Please give a warm welcome to Greg Roque.
Thanks. They say the hardest part about comedy is just getting on stage. And I agree. So I know it's kind of hard to tell for some of you, but I actually do have a disability. I'm dyslexic. How's it going, everyone? My name is Greg. My friends call me Snoop because I'm from Long Beach and I'm a Crip. It's great to be here in Las Vegas, the non-stop party city. Yeah, where my single people at? Fucking losers. Man, I'm getting married. What the fuck is wrong with all of you guys? Have you considered settling, So my fiance did, and we're happy. No, man, we've been in a serious relationship, obviously, because we're getting married, but when it started out, she was like, Greg, I kind of want this to be a practice relationship. And I was like, practice? What does that mean? But then I thought about it. I guess why I'm a practice boyfriend, because I'm the only guy she's dated who comes with training wheels, Yeah, but I'm just gonna get straight to the fucking point, man. Sex isn't that much fun when you can only fuck in one position. Mine is flat. Back when I was single, if girls would be like, do you want a 69? I'm like, do you want a 1492? I got that Christopher Columbus fucking going on. I really do think I am the Christopher Columbus of sex because I have no idea what I'm doing and I'll probably give people diseases. It's a woke sex joke right there. Yeah, but truth be told, I don't have great sex anymore. And that's not because of my disability, it's because I'm in a relationship, Yeah, people always want to know what the guy in the wheelchair's sex life is like. And let me tell you, man, I can't do my own laundry. My socks go through a lot of loads. I beat my meat like the guy who put me in this wheelchair. Oh, yeah. It's kind of, we're living weird times. It's kind of awkward for a comedian to talk about masturbation. And that's kind of what I realized, like an unforeseen positive of being disabled is like I could never be Me Too'd. And you don't understand how well I sleep at night, Because can you imagine if someone was like, hey, Officer, Greg tried to sexually assault me. Well, how'd you know it was him? I had to help him, Because let me tell you, you learn no means no when your girlfriend won't take your pants off. Let me tell you that. But speaking of consensual sex, on our first date, my fiance fucked me. Well, yeah. Yeah, I think she was trying to get into heaven. She's Jewish. She's not going to heaven. I'm just kidding. There is no heaven. But no. So my fiance fucked me, and my dumbass didn't wear a condom. Because as you can tell from this situation, I like to live recklessly, And the reason I don't wear a condom is because all my friends are like, Greg, wearing a condom takes all the feeling away. You know what else takes all the feeling away? Being paralyzed from the waist down, So I didn't want to take any chances, I wanted to feel as much as I can, And that's when I learned an important lesson that whether it's a traumatic neck injury or wearing prophylactics, I need to do a better job of covering my heads. No, but can you imagine if I would have gotten my fiance pregnant on our first date? 9 months later, she would have been a single mom. That really is my favorite joke that I've written because I like the irony of the guy in the wheelchair walking out on her. It's like, that's it, I'm leaving you. As soon as you help me with the door, please. No, I would never abandon my pregnant fiance. I would do the responsible thing and make her get an abortion. I know that joke didn't sit well with some of you, but I really think you should consider the fact that I could really use those stem cells. So my fiance doesn't like when I make fun of her for obvious reasons. And the other day, she actually Googled insults for disabled people. Like, it's really that fucking hard, you know? But she comes to me and she's like, Greg, how are men in parking spaces all alike? I'm like, I don't know how. She's like, all the good ones were taken and the only one left was handicapped. And I was like, all right, you know, it's a good joke, whatever. But then I told her, actually, you remind me of a handicapped parking space because you're the closest one I can find. And I'm just gonna be in and out in 5 minutes. Actually, my fiance does remind me of a handicapped parking space because she's a little wider, so it gives me more room to unload. I know I'm really a lucky guy. I love my fiance. You know, before her, the only time I got a blowjob was from my ventilator, you know? Yeah, before her, the only time I did anal was with this Filipina. When I was in the hospital, the nurse gave me an enema. It was the first time I've ever opened up to anyone, you know? It's a shame that relationship ended in a shit show, you know? But you know, with a body like this, I'm not very jealous of a lot of people. But someone I am really jealous of are little kids with disabilities, man. Because they give them everything, you know? Like I was reading this story that there was this kid with cancer and he got to make a wish. And his wish was to stop crime with Batman. So he got to become Batman and the whole city of San Francisco shut down and together they stopped a bank robbery. And it was a really beautiful moment. It was really touching. But at the same time, really envious of this little motherfucker, you know? He gets to be Batman for a day. Why can't I be Batman for a day? Instead, I'm Superman for life. That reference flew over some people's heads. So let me tell you, when you get home, Google disabled Superman, you're gonna be like, oh shit, that was layered. That was fucking brilliant. No, but truth be told, you know, I'm glad I never got to make a wish because I'm still alive. Like I'm not very tough, but I think I could fuck up a kid with cancer, you know? You know, my friends always like to take bets of who I could beat up, you know? You know, they're like, do you think Greg could beat up an old lady? We're like, does she have a walker? Maybe. No, they think I have the spirit of Muhammad Ali. I mean, not when he was a champion, like later in life, you know? But we're living in really excited times, man. Like stuff is more diverse, and there's a lot of doors opening up for people. Like there's a lot of new representation. Like one of my favorite movies of recent memory is Coco. Have you guys seen it? I like how unenthusiastic the white people are. It's like, yeah, we don't care about fake Mexican kids either. But the reason I like Coco is that like I'm actually Mexican, which might come as a surprise to a lot of you, but that explains why nothing works south of the border. But something interesting I read is that Donald Trump said that he liked Coco. And I thought about it, you know, I thought, is this him just trying to pander to Mexicans or whatever? But the more I thought about it, it makes sense because in Coco, most of the Mexicans are dead and the kid is separated from his family. Oh man. My fiance, she's been trying to spice up things in the bedroom. So we've been trying new sex positions, and we tried doggy the other day. So I got on all fours while she picked up my shit. Yeah. I think the worst part is she rubbed my face in it, so I wouldn't do it again. Oh man. Well, anyway, I've been Greg Roque, and you've been a wonderful audience. Thank you.